Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call, Mr. Warner. Ms. Rupp.
Here.
Meyer.
Yep.
Ms. Susser.
Yes.
Mrs. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Kukowski. Has everybody had a chance to look at the agenda? Does anything need to be added or around?
Question about the agenda.
Yes.
It says we have a cemetery report from 12/4. Are we reporting on the meeting from 12/4 or the meeting from November?
From November.
We change that.
Anything else? Everybody had a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting? We have, there's no additions or corrections. We just need to mark as read or emailed.
So moved.
We have a first, we have a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Carried. Ordinance establishing a second reading of establishing a tree commission. This is an ordinance establishing the tree commission of the Village of Weston. I'll read it again. The new people are here. The Village of Weston is a statutory village located in Wood County, Ohio. The powers of local self-government pursuant to Ohio Constitution Article 18, Section 3. And whereas the village desires to establish a commission to advise village council on matters related to trees in the village and now therefore to be ordained by the council of the Village of Weston, Wood County, Ohio, that there is hereby establishing the tree commission of the Village of Weston in accordance with the attached proposed objectives and terms and may be amended by council from time to time. The mayor is hereby directed to appoint village residents to this tree commission in accordance with the attached. It is hereby found that they determined that all formal actions of the council concerning and related to the passage of the ordinance were adopted in an open meeting of council and that all deliberation of the council and other committees that result in such formal action were in meeting open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including sections 121-22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Additions or anything to add to this? If not, let's let this stand to be the second reading. Yes.
Is this going to be just trees within the right of way and on church, village owned property, or is it going to be any trees anywhere?
Let me
It says
see.
private and public.
I think the tree commission is gonna put those regulations in place that this ordinance is for the commission themselves. And then
formed.
there's gonna be a follow-up that they put together with the guidelines.
Well, if they're going to be on private property, it's going to take a whole other ballgame.
We were talking about it in community development with Stephanie Miller from ODNR. This ordinance is solely just to establish the rights to appoint people to a board.
Gotcha.
And then we'll fine tune the ordinance
That's fine.
around what their responsibilities are. If they are looking at private property ones, the discussion was around any trees that overhang onto public property over sidewalks. That was what we discussed in community development.
Okay, just throwing that out there for the thoughts.
Appreciate it, Ken.
Any other comments or concerns? If not, Lisa will let that stand as a second reading. Old business is PEP insurance renewal. Did everybody do some research on that proposal from last week and have any additions or comments or anything they need brought up? If not, we're just going to need a motion to renew that particular dollar amount? You did,
$17,549.
in your, I can't remember if it was in your report that there was nothing that needed to be.
No, money was just moved within line items, instead of reading, so we were good.
What was it, 17?
17,549.
So if that sounds good to council, we're just gonna probably need a motion to approve that such renewal.
So moved.
We have a first, do we have a second?
Second.
We'll do roll call, Mr. Warner,
Yes.
Ms. Rupp,
Yes.
Mr. Meyerhold,
Yes.
Ms. Susser,
Yes.
Mrs. Patel,
Yes.
Ms. Kukowski.
Yes.
Thank you. The most, that would be passed. Now we have old business again. This would be the. Oh, let me see. This would be the Suburban National Gas Community Development Fund Project, where there was a discussion about that at the last meeting. About what we were gonna buy, because we we're gonna try to split it. I believe, am I right? Trying to figure out where that one was at, so.
Could be a PDF.
Okay. So this is from the Suburban National Gas. I can't remember the dollar amount on that one.
1476 or something.
Okay. And that one, you said we were able to split it,
We are able to put multiple projects on it,
but they have to be,
but we would have had to purchase them by last Friday.
okay, so. But this is a continuous one anyways.
Yeah, this is something that we typically get every year.
Okay. So there was nothing that was approved to do last meeting for 2025?
We were gonna do it this meeting.
Yeah, but we missed a deadline by
Yeah,
Friday.
to get, if we had to purchase stuff.
Okay.
What I would recommend is just putting downtown beautification, which is what we've done before when we didn't really know, but have already spent, let's say, the flower pots or street banners or other.
Erica suggested the shingles on the gazebo right here could be something looked at to use part of that grant to apply to renewing those. So it would count for downtown
For next
beautification.
Yeah,
So what do we want to use it for then?
Downtown beautification, shingles would count to that.
Application.
Yeah.
So we're gonna need a motion to fill out this application for the downtown beautification. We have a first, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Uh,
All opposed? Yeah. Reports. Mayor, me, we had tree lighting 2 Saturdays ago. I can't remember the date. It was very nice. It was kind of cold. The switch worked. Thanks, Harold. I mean, I'd say there's little helpers for everybody that's on YouTube, but yeah, everything worked and it was really good. I enjoyed it. Last weekend, we had hosted or been involved with some members of council and myself and countless members of the public went and did Read Across America. That was done at Sunlight Church. That was hosted by Sunlight Church, orchestrated by Joe Schroeder and I'm going to say the rest of the Schroeder family and other members of the thing. It was well attended. It was very cold and I enjoyed myself doing that. It was very cold, so.
It was warm in my car.
Well,
Feel my nose.
after about the 4th trip back, I just got in the truck and we drove them around, so. But it was very, very nice.
We did end up getting to cover every single veteran grave with a wreath.
I know we were kind of short in the old cemetery portion of it, but
We ended up having just enough.
all right, so it's over 300 of them, right?
It was over 500.
500. It was 300 last year, I think it was. So.
It was, I think 4 something last year.
So it went really well. And I'm sure the people that was involved in that took very good pride on that. So I thank everybody for involving themselves with it and bringing good to the public. The other thing is I got tasked with talking to the sheriff's department on particular ORC ordinances, blocking the sidewalks. And I think this portion of it would probably need to be further discussed and moved to the committee, because after a conversation with our sheriff representative that we currently deal with, Brian, right?
Mhm.
Bono. I had a very long conversation with him, and he basically said they will be more than glad to do it, but I think council will need to move it to a committee to figure out how they want to go about doing, because this is a non-moving violation and is prosecutable if warranted. So
That cleared up for you, Jerry?
Oh, vague, very vague.
So basically,
High law, what do you want to do with it?
it's not that what I want to do with it. I want to enforce the law, but they are a person to enforce the law.
Correct.
It's
They
not,
have in the past.
sure. Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. When you commented the last time we were here, I'm not 100% certain it was the sheriff or was it RPD that did that back in the day.
Sheriff.
Okay. They basically indicated that it is a forcible offense and they can do that, but it's not a non-moving violation. So therefore, the dime is on us to go after, okay? Prosecute them versus a traffic violation running on a stop sign or something. That would just go to municipal court and be on them.
I just stand by, I can park on my sidewalk until the council decide what they want to do.
Well, we're gonna move it to committee to verify that's.
That's about it. Okay, thank you.
So,
I think it should go to safety.
it's up to the council to figure out what committee it needs to go to. So,
Okay, very good. Parking on sidewalk is
Okay,
okay.
so are we making a motion to move it to safety then?
Yes.
I would think it would go to admin process, because it's whether or not we want to pay the prosecutor.
Well, that's funny because I would think it would go to community development because we've done ordinances in the past.
Oh, boy.
Public Works is all left
I
out.
know.
I mean-
It's in red.
Public Works build elevated sidewalks that go over people's driveways.
Can't get up those.
So what we're discussing is the amount it costs for prosecuting and the process in which we want to do this.
we will have,
Am I following that properly?
there will have to be a stipulation in writing to give to the sheriff's department for their patrol deputies. And basically, it could be 2 or 3 communications on a certain amount of time. If the action was not resolved, then the next,
So a letter process like our other.
well, no, they would knock on the door and they would say, you know,
Verbal.
Bob, your car's parked across the drive, you know, the thing, you have to move it. This is your warning, depending on what it is, 15-day recontinuance, and then after that, whatever it comes up to. And then after that, then they'll write the citation, because they'll have we don't enforce it, they'll have the tag log of how many times they're there. So,
So the community calls them.
or the deputy will.
There's the deputies driving through. town.
Visually see it.
Okay.
I did particularly had a conversation with them on some particular addresses through Google Earth, and their conversation was, what came first, the sidewalk or the house,
Mhm.
right? And it's probably not going to be winnable in court. But at any point they can, we have to do our point, how far do we want to go with it? So.
It just seems odd that we have a Ohio law that is not enforceable or not worth enforcing. It's just,
I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
I know, it just boggles my mind. It's
Well,
just,
I don't know if I agree with the sheriff, because ADA regulations are not grandfather clauses. You're not allowed to be grandfathered past an ADA regulation.
I'm not saying, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not saying what's right or wrong. I'm just saying that what he said is, he also agreed with the deputy at 32 years, they'd never written one. Haskins has, because he particularly lives in Haskins and they have.
I also had
They also have a
some
police
ex-boyfriend that he claimed squatter's rights in a house that I still lived in.
Well,
so
that's,
I don't know if the deputy's the greatest lawyer to go by.
they're the people who enforce our rules, okay? That's all I can go with.
So I would say that we move it to administrative process.
So,
I'm making that motion.
okay, we have a motion to move the sidewalk thing to administrative process.
I will second it.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. And that's all I have for the mayor thing. Fiscal officer and administrative.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Administrator and maintenance, Harold.
Just, going well with the trees and everything is done down at the bus garage. Everything's been filled in. The bill has been submitted, invoice has been submitted, so I sent that over to Stephanie today. And that's about it. Just did some following, putting salt down.
You have on your equipment, mower needs to go in
Yeah,
for
I
tires.
was gonna wait till after the first year to do that.
That's fine.
So, because it just needs tire, or one tire, and then it just needs to be, possible. On over, because Gary says that it bogs down on him, so I wanna get it in and have them look at it, see if there's anything wrong with the carburetor.
And as far as you know, everything in the bus garage has been taken care of.
Yes, sir.
And then that Palmer bill, it's all, no more.
It was actually less than the full quote that they gave us.
Okay,
Just a few $100s, not 1,000.
thank
We're
you.
not having a public works meeting this month, are we?
No, sir. You said you wouldn't be here. So I figured.
Well, I'm just making sure.
Are there any other vehicles that need maintenance after the first of the year? Like-
I just took the white truck and to get the oil change on that, since I came up to the 3,000 or the 5,000 miles. So I picked that in, got that oil changed. And the other truck, the oil's good in that. The little white truck on it. It kind of gets down to right now, so it's not ready yet for an oil change. I'll do that myself. So,
Tires and everything or?
yeah, every time and everything, I'll, I've been on everything else.
Anybody else have anything for Harold? Okay, and we're gonna go to zoning, Ken.
Yeah. December 2nd, I participated in an online presentation for online permitting. The end all is that it would require, I would still be required to sign a permit, visit the site to ensure proper location of buildings, accept payments, be accomplished through their website by credit card, and send out letters for possible violations. The company would basically have permitting process online with our zoning code available to anyone who is going for a permit. We charge the village $2,000 startup fee and $4,000 a year cost for providing the service and answering questions. Actually, I got 3 different companies basically pursuing this with small villages, townships and whatnot. And the last one I stopped and said, okay, how much are you talking about? And she said, what? You have to listen to the, no, I don't. I've already heard this sales pitch. And so that's about where we are, about $4,000 a year and $2,000 startup. So, and as for $4,000 for a year for 3 years, after that, it's another contract. So just so you know.
Okay.
December 5th, sent out 3 notice of compliance for properties without end of the boulevard. And I set them apart, performing with a contract for a new house to be built on Sumner Street. December 8th, I signed that permit. It'd be, I believe they plan on starting here in the next month or so. December 9th, I received a phone message from Art Rinaldi concerning his property on Silver Street. He's preparing a plan for between 7 and 13 mobile/modular homes. I sent a return email to him spelling out the requirements. For instance, you would have to rezone the property because it's zoned R1. And you would have to zone it to mobile home. And the steps involved in that. I sent an email to Paul Scaff on the 12th regarding his email, and he agreed that if the desire is for mobile homes, that there would need to be a planning committee meeting addressing just the rezoning. And then once that was done, planning committee sends their recommendation to council. Council then says yay or nay to whatever it is before anything else in that realm can be addressed. So it'll be a multi-visit for,
Is he talking regular mobile homes?
he just said, probably double wides.
Okay.
December 15th, signed a permit for a fence and accessory building on Oak Street. And other than that, since I got another meeting to go to, there is, Mr. Leedy is going to have a conversation with you about fencing in commercial district. There is absolutely nothing in our code that addresses fences in a commercial district. So he doesn't, from that aspect, he doesn't need a permit from me. He doesn't need just common sense plays into it. Other than that, that's all I got.
All right, anybody else have anything for Ken? All right, thank you, Ken. Committee meetings. Park and Rec from 12:03. Have anything in here? And or if there's anybody. Ron Dallas. Ron, do you have anything for report on the Park and Rec meeting on 12:03? Okay,
Sorry, trying to get the microphone to work.
that's fine.
We basically reviewed just the tree lighting, which thank you, Harold, for getting around for us and getting everything ready. We had a lot of people show up. It was great. The minutes have been turned in. Anybody wants to see them, they should be posted soon.
Okay. Thank you. Cemetery from November meeting.
All right. Minutes were from November 13th of 25. The cemetery trustees met at Village Hall. Diane Hiller called the meeting to order at 6 p.m. Roll call: Diane Hiller, Robin Kaiser, Don Blandy, clerk Jody Dahmer, sexton Harold Boggs, council member Ashley Patel, Brittany Klowski, Mayor Rick Easterwood was present. Diane made a motion to approve the minutes for the October 1st regular meeting. Don second the motion. All in favor, motion passed. Diane made a motion to approve the minutes from the October 6th special meeting. Robin second. All in favor, motion passed. Harold reported that there were 3 burials since October's meeting, 2 cremations and 1 full. Indicated that he will need to purchase a new throttle cable for the mower at a cost of approximately $86. There were no reports from either myself or Mayor Easterwood. Old business, the storm damage repairs have been complete. Brittany and Robin gave a recap of the fall cemetery tour. There has been a decision concerning the possibility of a subcontracting the mowing and weed eating. Quotes have not been acquired at this time. Robin indicated that she will be willing to help Bob Clark with the Grand Rapids Legion for Memorial Day ceremony. New business, The 2026 budget was discussed. Diane made a motion to increase the part-time employee hours to 1,000 per year. Dawn seconded the motion. All in favor, motion passed. Diane made a motion for the 2026 budget to remain the same as the 2025, with the exception of the additional hours for the part-time employee. Robin seconded the motion. All in favor, motion passed. Jody mentioned a large beech tree in central plot appearing to be dying. We'll need to evaluate in the spring when the trees bud to determine if it will need to be addressed. One visitor asked for the rules concerning the monument requirements to be read. Diane read the rules. There was no further business. The meeting was adjourned.
Okay. And administrative process.
In attendance, Stephanie Montz, Rick Easterwood, Rob Meyerholtz, Craig Warner, Brittany Kluskowski, and Jessica Suser. We discussed the potential of increasing the deductible for the PEP insurance from $500 to $1,000 to potentially lower the yearly cost of insurance by nearly $2,000. Both the numbers and the suggestion were provided by the insurance representative. Last year, we filed 3 claims with PEP. If the deductible would have been $1,000 at that time, the savings, which are not guaranteed to be, would not be cost effective for our budget. So the committee is recommending not increasing our current PEP deductible. Discussed our current upcoming grant updates, and now that the government shutdown has halted, and Stephanie's going to reach out to Jem, which I think she did, for updates and to request a list of grants that we could potentially apply for in the upcoming year or the future. The new ambulance for the EMS is projected to arrive at the end of March versus the end of May as originally anticipated. Stephanie is prepping and verifying our current funding options. The last 2 sections of the employee handbook were reviewed, as well as wording edits Craig proposed to section 3.4. The committee is recommending to approve those updates. Actionable items: approve the rewording for section 3.4 and sections 6 and 7 of the employee handbook. Or vote on that anyway.
Okay, so actual item takeaway from that is to approve the rewording of section 3.4 in the employee handbook and updates written in section 6 and 7. Those are already on there.
Mhm.
So if everybody has a chance to look at them, if they have, we'll just need a motion to approve those such rules.
That motion.
Second.
So a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passed. All right, upcoming meetings. Community Development, Public Affairs, 12/15 at 5:30. And canceled for the December meeting was the Planning Commission, Safety and Public Works. If that's all for the committee meetings upcoming, then we'll start the new year off right, I think. So new business. This is going to be the resolution for the management responsibilities of the Village of Weston Sports Initiative, well, the Weston Sports Initiative program to the pass it all off onto them. The resolution is, it's undetermined right now, but resolution to surrender management responsibilities of Weston Sports Program to the Weston Sports Initiative. The Village of Weston is a statutory village located in Wood County, Ohio, and the Village of Weston has powers of local self-government pursuant to Ohio Constitution, Article 28, Section 3, and the Village of Weston operates in the village-wide youth sports program, and the Weston Sports Initiative is a tax-exempt organization located in Weston, Ohio. EIN number 33-329-1278, organized to operate the village youth sports program, and prior to 2025, the Village of Weston held the benefit of the youth sports program funds non-taxpayer funds for the use by the Weston Sports Initiative and earlier informational collection of volunteers to help operate the youth sports program in the village. And as April 2025, the Weston Sports Initiative and the Village of Weston entered into a facility use agreement for the use by the Weston Sports Initiative of village-owned parks and facilities for sports events with the intention of taking over control of the village youth sports program. And the Village of Weston presently holds funds, non-taxpayer funds, for the benefit of the Weston Sports Initiative and desire to release said funds to the Weston Sports Initiative to be used in furtherance of its charitable purpose and further desire to separate itself from the Village of Weston Sports Initiative. Accepting and information and formation facility use agreement is as it may be amended or extended by mutual agreement, relinquishing control of the youth sports program of the Village of Weston Sports Initiative. Now therefore, it resolved by the Council of the Village of Weston, Wood County, Ohio. The village fiscal officer is hereby authorized to spend in a manner determined by the Weston Sports Initiative the balance of those funds raised by the Weston Sports Initiative or by an earlier organization in formal collection of the volunteers before or after the Weston Sports Initiative formal organization presently held by the Village of Weston for the benefit of the youth program and to be used by the Weston Sports Initiative in furtherance of its charitable purpose. Upon the exhaustion of the affirmation funds, the village fiscal officer shall close out that fund and the village shall thereby surrender all authority to the management and oversee the management of the youth sports program to the Weston Sports Initiative, subjectly only to the facility use agreement between the parties as it may amend or extend by mutual agreement. It's hereby found and determined that all formal actions of the council concerning and related to the passage of the ordinance were adopted in an open meeting of council and that all deliberations of council and other committees that result in such formal action were in meeting open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including section 121-22 of the Ohio Revised Code. That's a lot.
Okay, I do have a question on that, and it involves the adult league. Does that fall under the Sports Initiative Board?
Yes, it does, I believe.
They're going through them. In what regard are you asking?
Well, basically for the insurance coverage and things of that nature. I just didn't know if it was formally taken on. That's my only question.
It has been in the past. They're discussing it for the future. To my knowledge, they do have their own
Right,
insurance.
I knew that. That's why I'm asking the question.
And we have insurance over the park, so it's doubly insured.
So that will be considered the first reading. There is some conversation on that I wanted to bring up, because you guys seen in the village bills is the picnic tables. Those picnic tables they were purchased by them. Cannot be used in any other place in the village without their consent, okay?
They'll be delivered tomorrow
So
Can we
They're
get,
gonna be delivered where?
to you. Supposed to be.
All right, well, we'll see.
I just know we use our things for different organizations and funds, but those will be type specific for them
Specifically to be put down at the Ball Diamonds and that's.
or at whatever their disposal is.
it's the little diamonds. They're for the little diamond.
Okay,
Can we get a plaque or something for it so that we know that?
Yeah,
I think
sure we
there's
can.
plaques on other buildings. I mean, like the administrative building out there, lots of things like that. We know were purchased by the sports organization before because of the plaque, but we don't
I would recommend if they're putting down a little diamond that they probably secure them to the ground in some form or fashion, so they're not so close to 235 for the quick expulsion of the city limits. Let them know about it, so it's in place where they want to do, and you guys got to mow around, so I don't know where you guys are gonna put them at, so you'll figure it out.
Well, I just have to make sure I got at least 6 feet around them, all the way around, so that way I can.
And long weed whacker string.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, going back to the expenditures, I mentioned, has everybody had a chance to look at the bills? And if they have, we just need a motion to pay those such bills.
So moved.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Good.
Roll call, Mr. Warner,
Yes.
Ms. Rupp,
Yes.
Mr. Meyerholz,
Yes.
Ms. Susser,
Yes.
Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Ms. Kukowski.
Yes.
All right. Miscellaneous business, approval of 2026 calendar meeting and holiday schedule. That's also in the folder, Monday, January 5th. Tuesday, January 20th. February 2nd, February 17th, March 2nd. March 26th, March 16th. Those are all the meetings. The first part of March, January through March. Some of those are due to, I think, holidays, so. And then, of course, we get back into June, I think, July. I don't know if any of those fall back on.
No, I think it was just at the beginning of the year.
So, and that's posted,
September.
Oh, and the September one, that one's always,
yeah. And then we'll have an official document out here, I'm sure. And so. Okay. We're gonna move to,
Does that need approved or
Mhm.
do you guys need to approve it?
Yeah.
Okay,
it says approved on the
let's, motion.
Emotion.
second?
We have a first and a second. You know who did that?
Oh,
Yeah, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. All right. Now we're gonna go to visitors. I'll open yours up. I'm gonna bypass you. I'm gonna come back to you, give you some little more time. You're here for later on? And your name is Crystal Smith. Chris Smith. And you are?
Also here from later on, my name's Lauren Beef.
Okay, thank you. Travis, nothing? Yes, sir.
I'm Mark Bonnegue with, wasn't 560 Lodge, Len Nagel. We just dropped into, Masonic Lodge for the Masons. Just dropped in to see how you guys were doing and, maybe we can get to know you,
on?
know you a little better,
Okay,
become more presence in our community.
all right.
We're looking for more ways to
Be involved.
become a presence, just to help out where we can and.
Okay,
Lovely.
Mhm.
sounds good. This, like I said, most of our meetings are online. So, I mean, you guys can watch them online a couple of days after the fact. They are live. And you guys see some of the. Correct,
Everybody knows where we're located, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys the contact persons for?
We're
Probably be Richard Stroh.
Yeah, we're all members of the lodge.
Okay.
Okay.
Cause I know where you're located, but I don't know who to contact if we want
We don't know
to
the
had an
secret code.
event or anything. Yeah.
Right, so there's really no contact information other than the fact that, on the door, it says, second and fourth Monday at 7:30, we have a meeting. You can always come in and stop in ahead of time
Okay.
and I guess we should probably give you guys some contact information.
Okay, that was Richard, because he's a busy man.
Let's see if we can get you guys more involved with us then.
All right, sounds
All
good.
right, sounds good.
Mr. Mueller, you got anything else?
All I have is, well, you know, my hearing's not the best.
That's
I want to
fine.
make sure I got everything. Parking, so what I'm gathering in the Ohio law, the deputy Wood County Sheriff is not a primary duty, okay? So they're saying, hey, you guys take care of it. You may
They're asking us for the particular rules that we want them to follow.
follow them to
They're-
follow,
Whether it would be some type of notice
okay?
and some type of compliance, and then how we want them to move forward on that.
So let's say you make out, hey, tap on the door, introduce, leave a note like Mr. Taylor would do, or mail a letter saying debris and all that stuff. You got so many days and all that, right?
Yep.
And they don't do it. They're negligent. Then after that, what happens? What would you think? What would you think?
I would assume that once we exhaust the verbal or written
Right?
notification, then it would be a tickable citation.
Okay,
So
they do. Okay, very. good.
that's what they indicated to me. And then,
Time it's a free pass right now.
well, yes.
Okay, I just want to be sure. All right. So
Yep.
do we know what other towns the deputies are doing in that case? I'm sure Grand Rapids has a ruling on that.
Well,
He
so,
said that the deputy said that they have never written a citation for that.
Wow.
And it's not really a high priority. They are there to enforce our such rules and ordinances. I said, well, we don't have an ordinance on this. This is Ohio revised code. And they said, give us some guidance on how you would like to, because the financial burden is not on them, it's on us.
Okay.
So
Okay,
that's what it boils down. But the only other town that does that they know of is Haskins. And they have their own police force. They might have their own mayor's court. I don't know how that works.
they do.
all right.
So all that revenue comes to
So
them
the
and
next 6 to 8 months, you should have something implemented,
with hopefully, yeah.
you know, depends on how
Yeah.
long we pursue it. Okay.
I will say this, Jerry, that he said that he has not ticketed anyone. I will tell you that they have warned people before.
Okay.
That's only one. They did not ticket it. I was one of them that they warned.
Okay. Well, I wish I would have made a copy of my ticket back then. But I would have said, here, gentlemen, here's a ticket.
Mhm.
So where did it come from?
And I don't know when you had your ticket and I'm not 100% certain what what transpired on that. Maybe,
Okay, no, I'm also,
so,
I just want to make sure that, but I'm sure if we get a free pass and people parking on the sidewalk, I mean, our community is going to be going to hell.
sure.
People can't even take a free walk downtown. There's a trailer on the sidewalk. Okay.
Right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And you're here for later on as well?
Yep.
And your name is?
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right, Mr. Leedy.
Yes, sir. About a month ago, I purchased that empty property across the street.
Mhm.
Good thing I did. My thought for that, and I want input from everybody on what to do. I first thought about putting a 8-foot tall privacy fence across the front of that with a gate to get in. And I talked to other people and my thought was, if I can do that, and I do, set it back maybe 2 feet. So a couple benches could be set there. And then I thought, you're looking for a place to do a mural. That would be a good place to put that mural because it's gonna be 8 by 20. And I talked to Ken about it first, so we were okay with what we could or could not do. Unless some has other ideas for such.
I don't want to, I'll speak for myself. When we decided to take that building down, we had a heck of a responsibility for that. And we had also had the object to buy that property, we did not choose that route. With the understanding that someone's going to possibly do something with it. Chances of somebody building on there is probably slim to none. But you also, as the owner, have to secure your property, in my opinion, the best way you possibly can. And if you opening up that conversation to put such fence there, to maybe possibly put a mural there and work with us, I'm perfectly okay with that, because other than that, just a stone lot in between two buildings. And I'm sure there's some type of liability that you would like to protect your other building. And as long as it doesn't go past the back half,
Yeah, no.
I think that would be a fair undertaking of that.
I thought about putting one across the back also, which is possible, but we also looked at all the electric meters are 20 feet up, so it would be okay, which is fine. And another good reason to put a fence across there is over the last weekend or such before, had a snowmobile go through there, had a car go through there.
Mhm.
other than right out through and put the sidewalk up,
Mhm.
right down and out, so. That's all too.
Yep.
But yeah, I would talk to Ed about putting it back and it's, being nicer than it is.
I know we don't have no rules for that in our ordinance because it is commercial, but I mean, if you're willing to work with this like a solid fence versus
Yeah, no, it would be.
chain link fence and razor wire, because that also can be on commercial property as well. I don't know if it can be down on downtown property,
I've
but
already been looking for
so.
to build a private fence crosser with a gate in it. So it could be used for other things.
Would the gate be locked?
It could be, I don't know either or. I mean,
I just wondered as far as people
yeah, I
hidden
don't,
behind the fence and whatever.
it's possible.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're ultimately fiscally responsible for that property. And you have to do your best form of keeping that secured and or keeping the liability off of you. I would love to entertain the full-size fence to mural and stuff, but
I looked and 8 foot is tall as I could go. Unless I did like 2 sections, but why? 8 foot's more than high enough to, yeah, to block and cover some of the stuff.
I would say that, and this is my opinion, but the council can probably interject in this, that, work with Ken on that and go from there. If anybody else has any conversation on it.
Like Ken said, we don't have anything in writing, but we probably should. I'd like to recommend sending it to community development or planning, but I know planning's got a lot on their plate.
I think those things probably need to go to planning.
Yeah, anything zoning related has to go to planning commission.
But in the same token, he's asking for.
Yeah,
permission.
not permission, but maybe
can
work with them to write something for the future that
Yeah,
also.
I know at this minute, I don't need permission from anybody. for
Right,
it,
right.
but I'm bringing it up for
But
ideas.
like you're saying, do we really want chain link fence downtown when we're talking downtown beautification?
Right.
So we should probably write something. So I'd like to recommend sending that to planning to have something written up, work with you guys.
Would you be willing to wait till we have something drawn
Yeah,
up?
It's 45 below zero. Who'd want to?
So we have a motion to move it to the planning commission. So,
I second it.
give a second.
Sounds like he wants.
Right. Moving it to planning commission. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? I'm on planning commission, so as of right now, you are, but it could be changing, so. That sounds good.
Don't forget.
Oh,
Did you get Travis? Did you?
Travis didn't say, you didn't want
Okay.
to. He's absorbing it all in. Ron Dallas, you got anything?
Yep, sorry. I kind of hit and missed on the conversation about WSI insurance. Can you follow up with that again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear everything.
The WSI carries their own insurance and so does the adult league. Right?
No.
No, WSI does, and so do we carry the insurance on the property in the event.
So WSI has their own liability insurance.
Yes,
So when they subcontract that carries over to those involved.
I'm not 100% certain. What do you mean?
I think they sponsor the adult league. I'm just asking if it covers their participation also, or does the village?
Both. It'd be like a primary and a supplemental insurance situation. The insurance companies would have to hack it out. But if something were to happen on our property during the adult league, because they are through WSI, there would be 2 insurances that could pay on that claim.
So the WSI would be primary, then the village would be secondary, I guess is what you're saying.
I can't say that, but there would be 2 insurances. How they hack that out is between the insurance companies.
Okay, I guess I'm a bit confused still that WSI has their own insurance though, or is it secondary insurance or primary?
They have their own insurance, but we own the land and the buildings and the parks. And if something were to happen, even if WSI weren't there, our insurance would be primary, in my opinion. That's why I say, I don't know who would be primary or secondary, but I know they got additional insurance to make sure things would be covered wherever they're playing, not just here.
Okay. Thanks.
Anything else? If not, we'll go to Mr.
Yeah.
Jigger Patel.
Yeah, so if not, I'll go to Mr. Patel.
Oh,
I'm all good, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, this is going to conclude this portion of the meeting. If nobody has anything else, I must need a motion to go into the executive session.
So moved.
Do we have to read this while we're
Say
going
that
into?
number.
Oh,
ORC.
Executive, we're going to be moving to go to executive session under ORC 121-22G-1 to conduct interviews and consider the employment and compensation of a public employee.
Motion to suspend the rules,
Which rules?
there are no rules.
our rules.
To go into
No,
executive.
you just have to
Just-
motion to go in executive session.
We do that when we're gonna go over our time.
Hmm,
We do that when we go over our time, is to go over our time.
okay.
Okay,
Have to make it before you go into executive session then.
I don't know, we've got an hour and 10 minutes, so.
Okay. Be quick. Be brief.
Okay.
I motion.
We have a second?
Who was first?
Me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay.
Do we have a second to go in?
Second.
Second, we're going to roll call, Mr. Warner,
Yes.
Ms. Rupp,
Yes.
Mr. Myrtle,
Yes.
Mrs. Susser, Mrs. Patel, Ms. Kolkowski.
Yes.
You guys, the people that are applying for the position can stay. Everybody else will exit. When we get done doing our thing.
Let me say one thing. I had trouble with my snow blower and I waved down the maintenance guy, Harold. I said, I need your help. He said, no problem. He came over and got me going.
We'll send you the bill.
I did flip him a little tip, okay?
That was after all.
Okay.
Thank you. And we will.
Thank you guys
come
for-
back in when we come up with our decision of what we.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One last thing.
Yeah, no, you guys can go.
Well, I'm leaving,
Yes.
when I was over to buy that property, which was a good thing I was there because there was a investor on Perrysburg, lawyer investor. Who was going to just buy it.
Through my head, number,
What was he gonna do with it?
Yeah.
since we're not having a,
We don't know.
That's why those lawyers were walking around that one day.
so good luck.
Oh.
Merry Christmas.
Ah.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, please.
Say, we gotta.
Open the door and she has to,
Oh, yeah, I gotta turn the camera back on.
and then you have to, Rick, you have to
Do
say
a sum
something.
up.
Have to do a sum up and.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Jigger, you there? You're the only one that's in our audience, either on person or virtual.
he might not be
He left.
there.
Well, either way, it's
Yes,
recorded.
I know. So basically, we exited executive session. We had a conversation with 3 potential candidates for a position. And we were going to basically, we took it all advisement and we are going to move to the next step if the council approves. So I just need a motion to move to the next step.
The next step would be what?
Interview, the actual
They're in a.
Yeah.
actual thing. I mean, I have to say that.
On that.
I motion for Rick to take the next step on interviews with the 3,
Potential 3 candidates.
yes.
I'll second that.
Okay, we'll do roll call, Mr. Warner,
Yes.
Mrs. Rupp,
Yes.
Mr. Miles,
Yes.
Ms. Fisher.
Yes.
Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Ms. Kukowski.
Yes.
Okay, so
Everyone misses.
Yeah, no, the single lady.
going on, yeah. So if that's not, if there's nothing else, I just need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We have a motion on the floor, second, all in favor, say aye.